Welcome back to the PSN Commanders Network. This is your boy Tone, aka Tech, and I am back with another daggone video. If I could talk over to God, man, for our God's right now, God's open doors and pay with for all you want for people. In the Lord's name, we pray, amen. What's up with y'all, man? Hope y'all living well. Hope everything is great. Hope you had a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, whenever you're watching this video. Hope everything is going well. Happy holidays to all of you guys. I personally don't celebrate the holiday season anymore for biblical reasons. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. Hope you guys are putting some momentum for your business or whatever you got going on to go into next year. And I hope you guys have a wonderful 2024. I'm gonna keep saying that for the rest of the year. So that'd be kind of like my temporary intro for the rest of the year. So let's get right into today's video though. You can skip to the 50-second mark to start watching the video, by the way. So let's go ahead and talk about head coaching candidates for the Washington Commanders. Actually, before I get to it, one more thing. Please become a channel member. If you become a channel member, where I get the free members, I start doing members-only content. So please become a channel member. That helps the channel grow, better equipment, all that. So help me, help you guys get better content. Let's do this. So, talk about head coaching candidates, the top 5 head coaching candidates for the Washington Commanders going into the 2024 offseason. These are my top 5 candidates personally. Might be the top 5 candidates around the league, but these are my top 5. These are guys I think that are respectable around the league. I think these guys are going to get jobs for sure. And we have one of the most attractive jobs in the league. We have a potential starting quarterback at bare minimum. We have $100 million in cap space if the cap space is $240. We have some foundational pieces if you want to consider Terry McLaurin, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne at, right? And even maybe Sam Howell. Sam Howell, potential starting quarterback at least. Brian Robinson. We have a very young roster that can even get younger. And we can go get some of these high-end free agents. And we have 5 picks in top 100. So any GM would love this job, but we ain't our GMs. Any head coach would love this job because the GM can get a bunch of talent in here, right? And there's some young talent you can also develop. So you can improve this team really quickly is what I'm trying to say. And the head coach that will come in here will definitely be better than what the hell Ron Rivera has been. And I hope they bring a staff that's better than Eric Bieniemy and Jack Del Rio. No offense. And Scott Tucker. So let's get to top 5 head coaching candidates. Number 5, Brian Flores, current. Woo! Current defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Reason why I like Brian Flores. He's been a head coach before with the Dolphins. I guess he has some success as a head coach. And I like his defensive scheme with the cover 0. I like he's blitzing all the time, sending pressure. Remind me a lot of Wink Martindale, but a little bit more complex. So I like that a lot. Reason I think he will not be the prime candidate here. He's suing the NFL. That's it. If he wasn't currently suing the National Football League, he would be higher on my list. I don't think Josh Harris is willing to go that rabbit hole. So he'll be a candidate. I think he'll even get an interview. I think even Eric Bieniemy will also get an interview. But I don't think he'll get the job. So number 5. And honorable mention is Eric Bieniemy, by the way. He's done some good things with Sam Howell. And I think they kind of like Eric, but don't love Eric. And EB has done some good things with Sam, but his play call is inconsistent. He refuses to be offensively balanced. We do not have an offensive identity. So those things are equated to him not getting a job here. So he'll be an honorable mention, though. And then Brian Flores will be number 5. Number 4 for me is Bobby Slowick, the current offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans. Hear me out here. I think Bobby's maybe a little higher on my list. But my number 2 is interesting. My number 2 is kind of a way left field one. But none of my business. Actually, no, I'm going to reach kind of left field, but not number 2. Yeah, let's just get back to the point here. Bobby Slowick has done some great things with CJ Stroud. So that's one thing that makes me intrigued. He's done some things with lesser talent. Outside of Laramie Tunzel and Dalton Schultz, they don't have another player that's top 10 in any position group on their offense. And they're playing extremely well. By the way, with a first round guard and Kenyon Green was not good in 2022 at all, but looked very impressive this year. So that's something I like a lot. He's helping develop this team. He's helped bringing the staff in that's really helping to develop this team as well. So I like a guy like that comes in and does that. So those are the reasons why I think he will be the head coach. The reason why I think he will not be a head coach only because of his age, but Rams hired Sean McVay at 30, so anything can happen, right? Number 3, Jim Harbaugh, current Michigan Wolverines head coach. He's had some success in the NFL. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's great at motivating players. His voice, when you first get here, resonates with players. It makes them want to play for you immediately. Those are the things why I like Jim Harbaugh, and he'll bring in a very competent staff because he has cachet around the league. One con. His voice got very still in San Francisco very quickly. That worries me a little bit. But outside of that, I would say because there was a Super Bowl in 2012, and before 2014 they were 8-18. Like the fall was so fast, right? So that's my only thing with Jim Harbaugh. And I think he lost a ton of talent. He lost Patrick Willis like that, so that kind of contributes to that as well. But yeah, that's the only semi-con I have with Jim Harbaugh. But he's a very good candidate. I would definitely not mind hiring him at all. I don't mind it. I think it's a good fit. They got a ton of young players who feel like it's college. Sam Howell's 23. A guy like Percy Butler, 22, 23. Man, Ford's around the same age. These guys are super young. Like Quan Martin, super young. Jahan Dotson, super young. Haynes hasn't been out of college for too long. Same with Brian Robinson. These guys are super young guys, so it'll be a good fit. It'll be a really good fit if the Commanders hired one Jim Harbaugh. Number 2. Number 2. Only he's number 2 because my number 1 is something way off left field. Like, this is something that y'all might curse me out for this. Number 2 for me is Ben Johnson, the current Lions offensive coordinator. Now, I love Ben Johnson. He'll be my number 1 candidate if my number 1 candidate was something that's so way off left field. He's my personal number 1 because he preaches balance offensively. He has an offensive identity. He doesn't run away from said identity. He's made Jared Goff look very good when he's been there. He schemes guys open like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams. He calls plays for these guys, gets at the football, and they're winning ball games. And they're a top 3 offense in a lot of freaking categories. No cons with Ben Johnson, for he doesn't have any experience of it being a head coach. That's it. Number 1. And this is something that's going to go way off left field. Y'all like, bro, you was tweaking. There's no way. And this is only if he quits his current job. Well, number 1 is if they fire him. The Steelers' current head coach, Mike Tomlin. Yes, I said it. Super Bowl winning head coach, 17 years of experience, knows how to win the league, no losing seasons. I need to say more about one Mike Tomlin from the DMV area. You think he want to help his hometown team win if the Steelers let him go? I highly doubt it. Right, for real, Ben Johnson, my real number 1, but this is my number 1 in the case that the Steelers are stupid and they fire him, which I think would be the most dumb shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. But none of my business, right? If the Steelers are that stupid, which I don't think the Rooney family's fools. They've been in this business too long to be this foolish. They're not going to fire Mike Tomlin. There's no way. No way. I don't care how many Steelers fans are screaming for this man's job. They will refuse to fire Mike Tomlin. So you will have to trade for Mike Tomlin, which I'm not with. So really, Ben Johnson's 1A to Mike Tomlin's 1B, but Mike Tomlin's a Super Bowl winning head coach. I can never have a Super Bowl winning head coach be behind a guy that has not even head coach a game in his life. That's completely unfair. So, number one is Mike Tomlin because he's great. He's also a brother. I love brothers. I love seeing brothers succeed. But when a brother's inadequate, I'm going to call him on it, i.e. Eric Bieniemy. But none of my business. Mike Tomlin will be so great here. And if he kept Eric Bieniemy, I wouldn't be mad either. Brothers help each other, you know what I'm saying? But just Mike Tomlin is so great, man. Like, words can't describe. We got our hands on Mike Tomlin and didn't have to get a draft capital to trade for the man. Oh, we are in there, bro. Bro, he don't lose. He has all above 500 seasons this freaking head coaching career. He had a above 500 season with Duck Hodges at quarterback, with the remnants of Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. He's winning with Kenny Pickett and Bummo Mitchell Trubisky. Bro, you mean tell me he's not a great coach? Bro, man, put Sam Howell in freaking Pittsburgh, bro. Stop playing. Y'all tweaking. Man, give me Mike Tomlin, man. If ain't Mike Tomlin, give me Ben Johnson. If ain't Ben Johnson, give me one of these 5 candidates. I don't care which one of these 5. Give me one of these 5. The Commanders make the playoffs next year. Phone them. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment your thoughts, bro. We be about these 5 candidates. Mike Tomlin, number 1. Ben Johnson, number 2. Jim Harbaugh, number 3. Number 4 was Bobby Slowick. Number 5 was Brian Flores. Comment your thoughts. This ain't gonna be easy, man.